Hey, what's going on everybody? Matthew from therighttrader.com back again with another cryptocurrency video. Today we're going to do a price prediction and review of Solana for 2023. Obviously one of the coins that has been at the center of the crypto crash and of the FTX drama. Okay, we are talking about a drop of over 90% here from the all-time high of $259. So there is a level of drop in crypto where I start to get worried that the project may never recover, and that's usually around that 90% level. Some crypto projects do recover from that, but once you get in the 90% drop area, it does tend to lead to some projects just never coming back again, especially if they go over the threshold of 95% or so. It really gets hard for them to make a full recovery. Now, with that being said, the absolute peak bottom was actually at 96% drop. We have recovered a little bit from there. Okay, we've recovered, if I zoom in a little bit more here, we'll go on the daily chart. We've bounced actually quite a bit from the absolute bottom. The question now is this bounce going to hold? So if we look here, we have actually recovered 229%, which is pretty sizable. Okay, that kind of puts us back near this range over here. One of the key things though to watch out for is if I go ahead and mark this area with a little triangle rectangle here, sorry, we're gonna see that we are not actually in this range again. Okay, so we may be able to get back into it, but as of right now we are actually trading right below it, which means that it's acting as heavy resistance basically. So that's something to be careful of and not get too excited about. Of course, if we get back in this range, that's going to be a fairly good sign. That's going to really stabilize the price of Solana quite a bit in my opinion. But right now, like I said, the danger here is we have this huge resistance level, okay, mostly right around that $26-27 area. And on top of that, we already tested it twice, rejected it, and we have our 200-day moving average that is right on top of it, adding to additional massive resistance. Okay, so while we are now back above the 100-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, which are both positive signs, and of course we had a slight uptrend here going on, we're breaking below that right now as we speak, and that's why I'm a bit concerned here that there's several signs and reasons why I think this may not hold. And if it doesn't hold, we could be heading right back to below $15, possibly even below $10 again. So that's what I'm going to talk about here. Could this happen in 2023? What do I expect, etc., etc.? Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. We've got a whole bunch of crypto and stock price prediction videos, so if you're interested in those, make sure to check them out. Link in the description for everything like that. Now, going to the Solana website, I want to just review this because I've talked about Solana before in the past. Everybody knew Solana, but what's kind of disappointing here is, you see their website, it's looking all professional. They show here powering tools and integrations from companies all around the world: Google, Meta, Stripe, Brave, etc., Discord, and they're still promoting their user base, their low transaction fees, and of course their total transactions, right? Transactions happening live. The thing that's hard to take seriously with this is the amount of issues they've had, not just with the FTX thing, but also the amount of times the network was entirely down, the times they froze the network. All of this is kind of being ignored. Now, obviously, they're probably not going to promote those things, but, it's just how seriously can you take this when we've seen how bad things got for Solana? Of course, the network is still up right now, and it is being used, okay? That is a fact, but the question is how much trust is left in Solana, right? That's kind of the question that I'm asking here. Now, I wanted to show this article over here. Of course, everybody knows how the Sam Bankman-Fried drama, was intertwined with Solana. So you can see here that SBF, Alameda Research, had backed Solana, right, as a crypto project. And Solana as a result has lost nearly all its value this year and is still crashing as key projects bail. So some of the few good projects and NFTs that were on Solana are actually moving to other networks like Polygon and the like. So that is yet another blow to Solana as an ecosystem, okay? Of course, you can see the 90% drop. They are not kidding when they're saying it basically lost all of its value, right? Now, with that being said, like I said, we did recover from the bottoms. We were at a market cap of 3.6 billion, and we're now at a market cap of 8.8 billion. So we did recover several $billion in money there to the market cap. Of course, that led to that, you know, basically 100% plus price increase, but we're still not where we used to be, okay? I mean, we're talking about a crypto that at the peak was almost at $80 billion in market cap. You know, this is very reminiscent of what happened to Terra Luna. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to say that, but if we go ahead and look at the original Terra Luna Classic, you're going to see that, you know, well, of course, we got the 100% drop on that, 99.99% drop. But if we look at the market cap, okay, you'll see that, you know, if anything, it was arguably even more steady than the rise of Solana. And of course, its drop was much sharper, but you know, we're still talking about something that is pretty ugly here in terms of the drop in market cap, right? So that is just the reality of the situation. Something that is, you know, not fun to think about. But so Terra Luna was a $40 billion crypto, and like we just saw, Solana was almost 80 billion at the peak. We're now at 8 billion, right? And we were at 3.6 billion before the pump right over here. So once again, a bit of a worrying sign. Now we are going to get to the potential for maybe a full recovery here. We'll talk about that, but I just wanted to get those things out of the way first. Now, with that being said, Solana is still a project with some backers. It still obviously has users. It's still being used. And you can see here the 24-hour volume is actually quite good. Okay, a little bit over $1 billion. You know, that's better than, you know, Cardano. That's better than Polygon. That's even better than BNB. So that is pretty impressive there. You know, it is still one of the chains with the most money on it. One of the more used chains. I can actually pull up the DeFi Llama chart here, and let's go ahead and take a look at Solana. So the drop-offs were very, very ugly here, guys. I mean, we're looking at a total TVL of $10 billion at its peak high, and we are now below $300 million in total value locked. Okay, that's disastrous. That is absolutely disastrous. That makes me think that we are actually overvalued as we speak here at $8 billion. We are tremendously, tremendously overvalued. Okay, of course, you know, when we were at 80 billion and we had all this money in it, it made sense, right? The valuation made much more sense. Now, though, it's really questionable, especially with all the drama that has been going on. You know, this probably should not be over $1 billion in market cap. And you can back calculate what that means for the price, but you know, that's well below $5. That is very, very, very ugly. Now, if we go back to the more detailed chart here, let me just mention the few things that I'm seeing. So first off, we got a bearish divergence. I hate these. They very often pan out to be true. We have a bearish divergence on the RSI compared to the price. So the price has been uptrending. When we hit the peak, the RSI started downtrending. The price was still uptrending and the RSI started downtrending. That's known as a bearish divergence. If you don't know about it, check out my technical analysis master course, link in the description. MACD has been pretty weak now as well. We crossed over on the histogram, we're going red, and now we got the crossover on the lines as well. Yet another bearish signal. So, you know, right off the bat there, all these things combined, I personally think there's a higher likelihood of us, at least in 2023, heading back lower. And when I mean lower, I unfortunately mean quite a bit lower, because you know, initially we're probably going to fall back down to around this $18 level and find some support there, but I don't think it's gonna hold. Okay, I think that once we hit this $18 level, we're gonna go sinking to the next support level, which is going to be around $15, and then right after that, our next support level, which is going to be, because there's no actual support for this this chart, right? I mean, the project itself is questionable at best now, and so we need some kind of catalyst to hold the price up. There's no catalyst right now, right? There's actually, if anything, there could be more bad news ahead. So you know, our next major support level that we don't want to fall back under is going to be that $10 area. I think we're pretty quickly going to fall back to $10, and I think there's a pretty high likelihood that we will dip below that. And when we dip below that, we need to go all the way back here to the start of Solana to see, you know, where we might find some additional support after $10. One of them is going to be this $4.79 area, which you know, I said is going to be a area that we could see being hit if we get a full, you know, move back to the low, so to say. And then we even have this $1.25 area. Now the $1.25 area is of course the most bearish scenario. Okay, that's really if the project is nearly defunct, so a little bit less of a likelihood of seeing that $1.25 area. But keep in mind, the TVL is disastrous here. Okay, I mean, we can look at other chains and you're gonna see very quickly its competing chains are miles ahead of it in terms of TVL. Okay, so just please keep this in mind. We're talking about cryptos that are in the top 12, top 15 here, and you're seeing their market cap. Okay, for example, Polygon, just under $10 billion. And if we go look at its TVL, 1 billion. Okay, we look at Tron. Tron is a good one as well. Tron is, you know, $5 billion market cap, $5 billion TVL. So Tron is very undervalued in my opinion. I had mentioned that before. You know, and the list goes on. Okay, BNB, etc. You can go down the list, but you're going to see that Solana, or look at this example, Phantom, okay, has more TVL. Yet if we look at where Phantom is on the chart, it's all the way here at the 43rd spot with a market cap of $1.1 billion. Okay, I just showed you here on DeFi Llama, we have 500 million, so half of that basically in TVL. Solana is nowhere near that. Okay, the multiple that it's trading at is way too high right now, in my opinion. I can't stress that enough, and that is yet another extremely bearish sign. So at this point, to be honest, in 2023, I think we are going to see a very quick drop back to $10, and not only will we stop there, but we're going to see the full, you know, $5, maybe even a little bit below that, being hit for Solana. Now, a long-term bullish recovery, people have talked about that, right? People have talked about Solana maybe bottoming at $15, or maybe even a bit lower, and then, you know, getting the full recovery back to the all-time highs. It's possible. Would I want to take that bet? Not necessarily, right? I think there might be better, lower risk opportunities out there in the market. Of course, you know, those are some juicy gains in terms of a full recovery, but it comes with a pretty large amount of risk as well. I would at the very least wait for the dust to settle, wait for at least those lower prices of 15, 10, maybe $5 before considering getting back in. Not right now, after it already pumped 200% in a bear market, because keep in mind, in contrast with other coins, Solana is still a project that you know, has arguably not fully ended its downtrend. You know, I mean, if we look at it, we thought we ended it here, it fell lower, we thought we ended it here, and now I think we're going to fall lower again. So I would just look this as we are right now still fully sloping downwards, as can be seen with the MACDs for Solana. And until that fully stops and we get an actual base being put in, and that doesn't mean, you know, 2 weeks of not seeing crazy volatile price moves like we had over here. I'm talking, we need to see months of up and down price action in a tight range. That's an actual base being put in, right? If this had lasted longer, I'd say maybe yes, but it lasted a bit of time, then we got crazy volatility again, and I think that's going to start happening again very soon. So that's my rundown for Solana in 2023. Make sure to hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on Solana in the comment section down below. I'd be very interested to hear. Make sure to go follow me on Twitter. Check out my technical analysis mastercourse. Link to both those things in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.